Hello, everyone. Welcome to Unveiled Truths, a podcast where faith meets real life conversation. My name is Feyi, and I'm your host on this show. With me in the studio are two beautiful guests. I have with me.
My name is Oluwamayowa, and I'm happy to be here.
My name is Rachel and I'm excited to be here.
Oh, thank you so much for making time to come by the studio. Thank you for honoring our invitation. So let's jump right into what we have for today. Today we are going to be talking about navigating toxic relationships as Christians. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about when to hold on to it and when not to hold on to it, because sometimes the relationship might not be toxic, it might just be going through a rough patch, right? So the points we are going to be looking at it from would be like the courtship relationship, people that are in a relationship to get married. We're also going to be looking at marriage. We're also going to be looking at the family and friends relationship and the church relationships. So I'm going to ask you, what do you understand by toxic relationship? Miss Mayowa.
All right. For me, I would say toxic relationship can be detrimental to one's mental state of mind and mindset. You can actually identify toxic relationship by the kind of negative characters and behaviors in the relationship, and this would include manipulation, disrespect, control, constant criticism, and lots more. And this tend to have negative impact on one's day-to-day lifestyle, personal and spiritual well-being.
Yeah, thank you so much. Mrs. Rachel, what do you understand by toxic relationship? What do you think?
Okay, to my own understanding, toxic relationship is any type of relationship that causes harm to such individual, either emotionally, physically, spiritually, or mentally.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. So what do you think? Although I know you have mentioned it, like you said something like manipulation. What do you think are the signs, obvious signs, that this relationship is toxic? Run away for your life.
I would say signs of signs in toxic relationship would be when you're continuously scared of bringing stuff up or like communicating with like we said, this thing is going to be about romantic relationship, family, friends. When you're scared of bringing up conversations or like you're feeling worn out from time to time when you're trying to have conversations, these are like signs of the relationship is already going sour, is already becoming quite toxic, and you would probably maybe have to be careful just so you don't get worn out, so to say. Yes.
So what about it? What do you think are the signs, obvious signs?
Okay. No,
Sign that is obvious to the person in the relationship and even people outside.
So we have different type of like signs that you can notice that this relationship is toxic. For example, we have lack of respect, we have lack of trust, and also when the person is trying to manipulate you, it's also sign that it's like a red flag. You just have to run away. And also when there is physical, emotional abuse, maybe the person you are into a relationship with is always causing harm to you, and also you feel emotionally drained. You're not happy whenever you see that person. You don't have peace of mind. So that's a toxic relationship.
That's very good then.
And like when you're not able to like express your feelings easily,
Yeah.
because of the fear of what the other person is going to say, or fear of like what people, maybe like let's say friendship, for example, you see your friend is doing something, maybe it's right, but you're scared of like what this person is going to say about, maybe start making you feel like you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So like this,
overdoing.
yeah. So the
And
fear of like
also-
expressing yourself.
Sorry. And also if the person is trying to control you,
Yeah.
like you don't have a say. The person is always telling you, do this, do that. Like you're always scared, you're always timid. And at the end of the day, you have that low self-esteem. So those are the sign of toxic relationship.
Yeah, I think one major sign would be sign if you see that relationship is not even helping you to boost your self-esteem, just know that something is wrong.
Yeah.
Now we are Christians, right? And the Bible says love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not keep record of wrong. Love is this. Everything in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, now. Love is this, right? So I'm going to ask you that when is it okay to hold on? And when is it okay to let go? Do you understand my question? Because, we are Christians now. Love is patient. So it is expected that if you are in love with someone, you should be patient with the person. Love is kind. Love does not keep record of wrong. So it is expected that when you are in love with someone, you don't keep record of their wrongs. You don't say, oh, you have offended me yesterday. Oh, I'm going to keep it in my mind. Like malice. You don't keep malice, right? So it is expected. But when is it okay for you to say, I am not taking this again? Bye. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
So I would say to actually hold on in relationships, or like to hold on to relationships, you need to have the grace to forgive. Yeah, you can, for relationships to also grow, you need to be able to forgive, because we're all not perfect.
Yeah, true.
But when you're having to forgive for the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, and this person is not stopping, they keep doing the things that they've always done. I think at that point, even as Christians, when you pray, you can pray for the person to change. You can start praying that, God, I want this person to change, because obviously I love what we have together. I love the relationship between us. But then as Christians, we need, we need to pray for discernment as well, to know when to leave, to know when to move on. Because yes, people do change. But for you to know that somebody has changed or someone is changing, there has to be like a change in behavior, like a consistent change in behavior over time. Yes, they are trying their best. Obviously, change is not something that's going to happen very fast. It's a gradual process. But you have to see like the evidence of the change. Maybe, they used to disrespect you, but now they're having conversations. They're not disrespecting you. Their choice of word, they're picking it carefully.
Good.
Unlike before.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, we have there's a difference between toxic relationship and rough patch. So many people think that rough patch is toxic relationship. For example, now maybe in marriage, there's no relationship that does not have ups and downs. There's sometimes that both of you quarrel today, tomorrow you settle it. So ability for you to settle that issue, that is the rough patch. So that one is just temporarily. But if it's toxic relationship, you're into a relationship, like the person slap you today, tomorrow, like it's continuous, like you are moving in a chain of cycle that you can't even come out from it. So that one is a red flag, is a toxic relationship. But that rough patch, like both of you have misunderstanding today, you try to work it out, ability to communicate, ability to because that rough part, you are going to learn from your mistake. Yeah. And also you are going to grow maturely. But that toxic relationship, that one is very worst. So if you're into a relationship, maybe you're about to marry, and you notice that maybe your the person you are dating is always slapping you, the person did not give you attention, it's a red flag. So in that instant, you don't even need to, you don't need to even pray, because those are the signs already that like if I marry this person, maybe after 1 year, the person will start, the person cannot change. Yeah. And even if you say, okay, don't worry, let me cope. Maybe after 1 year, 2 years, the person is going to change. You can't change a person. It takes the grace of God to change a man.
I like that you came from the aspect of, if you are not married and there are obvious red signs, please leave. But now when you are married, and it is there, you have made the mistake already. Maybe before marriage, the signs have been there, but you didn't see it. It was amber. It was love that was blinding you. Love is blind, but marriage is the eye opener. So love has blinded you, and now you are trying to open your eyes and you have seen that, hey, this thing is wrong. When is the right time to leave the relationship? When you have seen in the marriage that it is long, it have reached your esophagus. When is now the right time to leave? When do you think is the right time to leave?
Although I'm not married, but I would say in everything you have to choose yourself first. You have to put yourself first.
Good.
Because your well-being matters. You have to put yourself first before everything. Like anything, think about yourself. Think about self-care. Because like you said, you were blinded by love, but marriage is an eye-opener. Yes, you made the mistake. For some people, I would even say maybe the signs were not there. people tend to change
They hide.
from good to bad or hide. So let's say the signs were not there and you're married now, everything is going. Yes, as Christians, obviously, pray first, but then definitely put yourself first. If it is something that is unbearable, if it is something that you can no longer undo, I would say you put yourself first.
Yeah.
I would say you put yourself first, and putting yourself first can be, in different ways.
It could be therapy,
It
to be
could be
honest.
therapy.
So it could be
It
going
could be
to pastor.
leaving the relationship. It could be cutting contact with, maybe it's the family member. It is putting yourself first. You can block them on all social media apps, WhatsApp, Instagram. That family member, stop seeing them. Put
Yeah.
yourself first. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Self-care is very, very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah. I want you to attack it from friendship because yes, we're talking about marriage, but actually they are actually toxic friends.
Yes.
So I'm not just talking about friendships. There are actually some people that are very invested in their friends. So let's talk about friendship. What are the signs to see that this friendship is getting toxic? It's time to leave.
When you talk about friendship, is it the opposite sex? Or
No,
It could be friends in general.
just friends.
when you talk about toxic relationship in friends, when you notice that, in relationship, both of you have to reciprocate the love. It's not just one-sided. When you see that you're always giving, that's the love. The person is not showing it back to you, the red flag. And when you notice that the person is always jealous of you, jealousy.
Good.
The person is always jealous about you, about your progress. The person is not encouraging you to move forward. It's a red flag. And also when you notice that the friend is that friend is always manipulating you, trying to, maybe you are the type of person that maybe you come from a wealthy background, that you have changed now, and the person is always trying to extract money from you all the time. It's a red flag. So you just have to be careful. If you see something like that, please just run away, run for your life.
Run, to be honest. And I feel like
run for your life.
it's friendship. You can always have other friends, right? So you don't need to kill yourself. Me, I can add that if you see that your beliefs, what you believe and what your friend believes, that person you call a close friend believes, they're like this. I think it's just better. You can be cordial, but it's just better not to be friends with that person, because differences in beliefs sometimes and values would cause clash, right?
Sorry, I still remember when I was in university, there's one of my friends. No, we were just friends. We were not that close. But now, guys, now, he was asking for something. But as a Christian, now you have to remain pure till when you are married. But
remember that your husband is there. I'm not there.
So now he was asking for something that I don't want to give it to him. At the end of the day, the relationship just crashed. And after 6 months, I just heard that the guy has impregnated somebody. And till today, the guy is still, I don't think he has finished his university. His life is just summer. So if you see, have a belief. Set a goal for yourself. Don't just enter into a relationship because every other person are entering into. Have a goal. Okay, this is what I want in a relationship.
Thank you so much. So I was going to talk about, now let's go to marriage or even courtship relationship, because in the church we have people that they are not hiding their relationship. They want to get married, but they are going through the courtship phase, and it's obvious to the church and maybe to the pastors, their spiritual leaders, that these people are in a relationship, and maybe something happened along the line and they had to break the relationship. There is a lot of what do they call it now? Side talks that comes with it. Even marriage, when you get divorced on the basis that this relationship will kill you. Yeah. There's always this side talks that, is it better to be a single mother? Is it this? So what do you think the church can do better when it comes to people living toxic relationship?
Well, at that point when there are side talks in church, that is when church itself becomes toxic, to be honest. Because a church, for me, what I believe in, a church should be one of your happiest places to be. When you're in church, you should be happy because because of what church is all about. I feel like church can help people going through toxic, that have been in and out of toxic situationships and relationships. Church can help them with counseling.
Good.
Church can help them with, good
Prayer.
support, prayers as well.
Yeah.
And people in church can actually encourage them to get involved in activities, community
Mhm.
activities in church. They should not be left out.
Yeah, so that they'll not
Like
go and
people that
think.
have gone through divorce,
Yeah,
they should not start
yeah.
judging them and start like leaving them out of community
don't feel
activities
guilty.
intentionally. They should carry them along with everything as usual because they're still
Mhm.
human. They've only
Yeah.
just gone through like a face off that
Yes.
anybody can
Can
go
go
through.
through.
Yeah.
So that's my idea. That's what I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was going to ask you a different question. So I was going to ask you that, coming out from a toxic relationship has probably affected your self-esteem. Has probably done a lot of things to your emotion, damaged a lot of things. What do you think someone can do to rebuild self-worth, to rebuild self-esteem when it comes to living a toxic relationship?
Living a toxic relationship, I would say it takes the grace of God for you to regain that your self-worth back. Mm? So first of all, you just have to come closer to God. Your relationship with God, that's the number one thing. You have to come closer to God because it's God that can help you as in heal. Because if you just live a toxic relationship, you now enter into another toxic relationship, you will carry that grudge that you have against that person, you carry it into another relationship, and at the end of the day, it will end up in another
cycle.
So you just give yourself space to heal, and also you pray because it's only God that can heal such person. You can draw closer to God. You study the word of God, like the Bible says that we should meditate the word of God day in and day out. So you just have to become closer to God, and it is only God that can heal such person.
Mm-hmm.
And also you interact with, maybe you try to build a relationship with maybe your church members, someone that can motivate you, or maybe you have a spiritual mentor, someone that can you can be accountability. So you get
So having moving closer to God,
yeah.
go back to your creator.
Yeah.
He created you for a purpose. How about you leave the relationship and focus on your purpose, right? Go back to your creator. Let God heal you because it's only God that can heal you. And according to what she said, move with people that can encourage you, that can motivate you, that you can be accountable to, right? And I'm also going to advise that you go for therapy. Therapy is very important. I think if you can afford it, because it's quite expensive. It's not cheap. If you can afford it, go for therapy. I think it's very important.
And also setting boundaries. You have to set boundaries. Okay, I don't want to move with such people again. Just have a positive boundary. Okay, I don't want to move with Mr. Hey, I don't want to move with Mr. B. You have to be intentional about yourself, and also prioritize your self-care.
Yeah,
the self-care can be maybe physical exercise, something you just like doing, maybe listening to music, going for, as in just going now, just maybe it can be beach or anything that just make you happy.
Just doing things you love.
Doing things that makes you happy.
That makes you happy. Yeah, doing things you love.
So then you like
I was going to say do things that you love, do things that make you happy. Because
but there are so many people, when they enter into a relationship, what they've been doing before, they stop doing it. They stop doing it.
Yeah. So
if it's dress up, go out, solo date, have fun by yourself if you can.
Yeah.
If you want to go out with people, go out with people. Surround yourself with people that you love. People that genuinely love you. Yes.
You don't need to have crowd before you have fun. You can just take yourself out on a date.
Yeah.
You don't need to wait for maybe someone that has that cash to take you out. Just if it's £100, £50, just take yourself out. If it's 1 hour, 2 hours,
go for a coffee.
Yes, and you feel all right.
£2.30.
Thank you. So I would love to ask, do you have any closing words for somebody that is probably watching us right now and is probably in a toxic relationship? Any words for that person?
I'd say you choose yourself. I don't know whatever kind of relationship it is, romantic, friendship. If you see that you're not happy, if you see that you're struggling to have to to converse with the other party, or they always make you feel bad, make you feel like you're not doing enough, make you feel like you're not even enough, you're feeling worthless around them, I'll say that you choose yourself. I'll say that you pray. I'll say that you pray for the spirit of discernment as well. I say that, choose yourself, put yourself first. And do things outside of those things that actually make you sad or feel worthless. Thank you.
And also, do you have any words for people that have probably just come out of a toxic relationship and they're like, oh, what do I do? What's next? What's this? What do you think? What are the words you have for them?
I will tell them that they are not alone. God is with them. Because if they draw closer to God, it's God that can heal that wound for them. So for those that are into a toxic relationship, maybe marriage, just like me, I can't advise someone to divorce their husband or wife. So, but if you know that you can't take it anymore, I will advise you to seek spiritual counseling. Maybe your spiritual mentor, maybe it can be your pastor, or maybe go for counseling, because I know that through that counseling they will know what and what to tell you. They might tell you that just endure. They might tell you to just walk away. And for those that are into a toxic relationship, in that's friendship, maybe boyfriend, girlfriend, that want to dating, they are dating each other. If you notice that this relationship you are not happy, the earlier the better. It's better for you to just quit. I know that it's not easy, but at the same time, it takes the grace of God for you to heal, both spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Thank you so much. We have come to the end of today's episode. Please do well to share what you have learned and maybe any advice that you would love to give someone in that particular state. Put it in the comment section. Please follow us on all our social media platforms, and till we come your way next time, keep watching and keep believing. This is Unveiled Truths, where faith meets real life conversation.